he owned, trying to think of what to say. He owned 7 local mines. That was his thing. He came from Iowa and had nothing and came here and kind of struck it rich with mining, zinc mining. So he married Martha Ball and built the house. They had 7 children total. 2 of them died before they moved into the house. Well, the twins I know died before they moved in to this house. So if they had any before then, you know, that's
okay.
The ones that they had when they were here stayed here until at least the mid-40s because they're on the
deed?
Census.
No, they're not on the deed. Yeah, the census. Thank you. I'm like, what's the thing they take every 10 years? They're on the census until the mid-40s, early 50s. And I know in the 60s, there's been 2 major fires that have changed the roof line, and the kitchen, like the eat-in area, used to be a sleeping porch, so it's changed that quite a bit, like the way the house looks. But
Yeah.
This place is beautiful.
thanks. The house, it had been vacant for 2 years, and I mean vacant like in probate. No one owned it. It was bank owned, and it didn't look like this. We were here and we started renovating. I don't really drink. You can ask Roy in there, my boyfriend. I don't really drink and I don't do drugs. I was in law enforcement for 17 years, so things don't really scare me. I'm kind of no nonsense in the same way that Lisa is. You know, she works in the law and I worked in the law, just different facets.
Right.
So when I tell you I've heard voices, babies crying, I've spent hours in this house looking for a white Persian cat that does not exist. I've seen that thing run in every bedroom in this house and have looked under every piece of furniture for it. That damn cat. I've heard babies crying. I have workmen who've refused to come back into the house because of things that they've seen. I have cleaning ladies that have heard babies crying and singing in endless footsteps. And I mean, endless footsteps, all day, every day footsteps. Doors slamming, lights turning off and on their own. One of my friends took a picture of the front of the house after dark, and there was someone standing in the upstairs window holding a baby, she says.
Okay.
I don't know about that. She sees something that I don't. You can definitely see a face, but she's like, oh, it's somebody holding a baby. And I'm like, that's not what I see, but okay. What else? But I have turned every light in this house off, gone outside, gotten in my car, came around the corner and watched the lights in the kitchen come back on. And I was like, you can turn them off. At this point, we just talk to whatever's here. I will say, I know limestone like tends to hold supernatural material, and that is what the foundation came up is because when I first bought the house, there was an old man living in this house right here, and there's an old lady over here. When I say old, they're like in their 80s, maybe, like, you know, reasonably old, not like offensively old. Anyway, they came over at different times on different days to tell me how excited they were that someone was going to be living in the house because then people wouldn't be breaking in anymore. Well, that's weird because I usually look at the crime history, like what the call log is on the place. And this guy over here, he was a hoot, man. He really was. But he was saying, yeah, I call the realtor all the time. There's people in that house in and out all day, every day. And he said, honey, I'm an old man, so I have to get up 2 or 3 times a night. And you can see people walking around and lights going on and off. Same thing this lady said.
There's no call in or reports.
Right? There's no call in, there's no reports. The real estate agent said nothing about it, which isn't abnormal, but I also worked in the same office. So like we know each other.
Right.
No reports, no phone calls. And the power was turned off at the pole, not here at the box. So you would have to bring a box truck out or a
city truck.
Babe, what are the trucks with a bucket truck to turn it on and not fry yourself on the pole while you're doing it. So this lady over here, I said, did they just have flashlights or candles or how do you know someone's in there? And she said, no, you can see the chandeliers on. Absolutely not a chance. I've seen people walking around that don't belong here. My ex-husband, who's a civil engineer, has seen people, tried to talk to them. Like they're so real. You see somebody walking around and you start to go, hey, what are you doing? And they're gone. Like that kind of stuff. Trying to think what else. Nothing ever like really dangerous. That door over there slammed one time when I was in here and about knocked me off a ladder. Yeah.
Is that what you
about tossed me off a ladder, but
yeah,
it takes a lot to scare me.
more of a startle. Much
Yeah,
later than-
normally the fewer people that are here, the more activity you'll get.
Mhm.
Things have calmed down a lot since we started locking all the doors. I was out gardening in the front here one day and it was a completely still day. I dropped the kids off at school and came over here and was putting those hostas in and just cleaning up that little garden bed. And so the foundation is like latticed, so it has holes in it.
Mhm.
And I'm bent over and I'm looking in front of me, putting mulch down and whatever. And I hear someone, clear as day, say, "Hey, how's it going?" Like right in front of my face though. And I
Yeah.
about fell backwards on my ass. There's no one in the yard. There aren't even any cars driving by.
Right.
Like no, it could have come from nowhere except under the foundation. Yeah. It was that questions.
And the only thing I knew of is there was a son that they questioned whether or not he'd been murdered.
Yeah, family, but he hadn't. He was working at a bank at the time, and the bank had a calculation discrepancy. I haven't had enough caffeine today, so my brain's stupid. What's that called? They thought he was embezzling money. Yeah, and at the same time, they found him in a car with a weapon, and he'd been killed. Okay. Well, 3 days before that, he went like to Oronogo or one of the surrounding towns and mailed a suicide letter to his wife and daughter. So after they had done the autopsy, which was inconclusive, then she said, "Oh, well, we got a letter from him today." But then they found the money right after he died. It was just a clerical error. So he had never stolen anything.
Right. Well, a
according to
newspaper article that I read said that his car was parked by the quarry and he was outside the vehicle.
Okay.
And he had one gunshot wound to
Yeah,
the head.
Right. So it was like suspicious, but they weren't really sure.
Yeah.
See, that's what, when she said one gunshot, I'm like,
Yep.
But where
Right.
in the head?
They had one son that was killed in a train accident. Like he was in a vehicle and got hit by a train, which was years before. And then family, they thought he had been murdered and it was suicide.
But it's hard for a family to commit suicide.
Right.
So there's a good chance that it could have been.
Well, and I mean, because it was so long ago, it was in like the 40s. I don't know if the letter that his wife got, did she actually get a letter? I've never seen a copy of it.
And
Or
do
if
we
it was
know
really
he
from
actually
him?
mailed
I mean,
it? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ruben, and this is Jesse with This Paranormal. The first experiment we're conducting is with a K2, a candle, and with a coin. We're going to go ahead and ask some questions to see if we've got the same answers. You ready? Is there anyone here?
Says no.
Okay, I didn't get anything on the K2.
The candle.
If you want to say yes, you can affect this candle, or you can touch this gray box, or you can affect that coin. I'm going to try it one more time. Is there anyone here that would like to speak to us?
Says yes.
Okay.
Anything on the K2?
Nothing on the K2. Nothing in the flickering of the candle.
I don't know if that should count because of the hit in the side.
I'm going to try it again. Is there anyone here that would like to speak to us?
Says no.
Okay, I'm just going to ask a question. Are you part of the family, the Ball family?
Says yes.
Okay, I didn't get anything on the K2 or the candle. All right. Are you the lady from the Ball family that passed away on the top of the stairs?
Says no.
Okay, I didn't get anything on here, so that could be a no. All right. Are you one of the children from the Ball family that passed away?
Says yes.
Okay.
Did you get anything on the K2 or the candle?
I did not. I've not gotten anything. It's been very flat. Are you the child that was found with a gunshot wound?
Says no.
Okay. Are you a younger child that passed away from natural causes?
Says no.
Who are you a member of the extended Ball family? I got a hit on the K2.
Says no.
Got a yes. I'm going to ask that again. Are you a member of the extended Ball family?
Says no.
I got a hit again. It's so weird. So it's contradictory.
Maybe there's two trying to answer.
Maybe. Let's try this. Is there more than one person here?
Point says yes.
And I've got no, a nothing on the candle or the K2.
So I didn't see it light up when you said it did.
You didn't. It was only the one. It didn't go.
That for sure.
Okay. So and hopefully it wasn't a flicker of the candle that I was seeing or something. But either way, we'll move on. Were you here when the house burned down? Did you get the K2 that time? Okay. Oh, it definitely goes a hit.
Says yes.
Okay, so that's the first thing we've got that's corresponding. Were you part of the people that repaired it?
Says yes.
Okay, and I didn't get anything on these. Do you stay here or do you move around?
Well, that's not really a yes or no question.
Oh, okay. Do you stay in this house always?
Which side?
I didn't get anything on the K2. Do you stay in this house always?
Says yes.
Okay, and I got it. I got two small hits on the K2. Okay. Is there any people are there anyone here that passes through?
Says yes.
Okay. Is there a lady here who has a baby that cries? Did the candle just flicker? Okay.
Says yes.
Is that the lady of the house of Ball?
It said.
I got a 1, but we'll try it again. Is that the lady of the house that from the Ball family?
Says yes.
Is she happy to have her child with her?
Let's go ahead and hit side.
Right. Try it again. Is she happy to have her child with her?
Says yes.
Okay. Is it the child that passed away at a very, very young month age? I'm getting a pretty good hit on the K2. We'll try it again. Is it the child that passed away at a very young month age? Get in the K2 again.
Says yes.
Okay. I haven't noticed the candle move. Have you, Jesse? Okay. Keep trying. Is there anyone? Okay, I'm gonna ask, and then you can answer with the K2. Is there anyone here other than the lady of the house?
Says yes.
And I've got a no on the K2.
Ask again.
Okay. Is there anyone here other than the lady of the house?
Says yes.
For audio, I coughed right after I asked the question. The time to move on.
Time to move on. So I'm Liz,
I'm Steven.
and we're getting ready to perform the Yes experiment. You have probably seen me do it in the past with Ruben. We're going to do a little differently this time, where we have the spirit box and earbuds, and then we have noise canceling headphones that have static or white noise going through it to help block out any other sounds. So before I start, though, I want to invite any and all spirits that are around to join me. If you'd like to talk, to get your story out, Stephen here will be asking you questions, and I'm going to try to communicate for you. I don't have a blindfold for this experiment. We seem to have forgotten that. But I will close my eyes and do the best I can with that.
You want to use this?
Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. I'll just close them.
All right.
It's okay. So again, any spirits in the house, come forward and get ready to talk to me, please. Martha, I know that you passed away right here. If you are right here, please just sit down with us for a moment and talk, okay? Here we go.
Did you want to ask?
I can hear you, Ruben.
Sorry.
Does Martha or anybody else want to speak to us?
before we go any further, I cannot hear the earbuds at all. All I hear is static. This is too loud. That's better. Thank you. Boys.
Are you talking about your own sons?
Hi. Hi. I'm walking too.
Walking where?
Fire.
Fire. For walking in fire? Can you please clarify what that means?
Everybody.
Is there more than one of you present here? Did you live here?
That happened.
What happened? Are you talking about your son's death?
Yes.
Did it make you very sad? It must have been very hard to deal with.
Is anybody moving?
That was me.
Is anybody moving?
Yes, that was
You
that
are?
was me. I moved my seating position.
I just want to document, like, my whole right side is cold right now, and we turned off everything. Like, it's all on my arm, my back, just the right side. Actually, I'm starting to get goosebumps. It's weird. Feel my arm, feel it. How cold it is. Right there?
Right here, it feels cold.
Yes, this
Mhm.
whole,
Is that arm cold?
it's cool, but it's not like chilling me
Up
like
here
this
it's
one
cold.
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you present here, Martha? Or are you the one present here, or is it someone else? What's her name, right? That's it.
I just heard 3 words. What? Come here. Same voice. Huh? Is it recording on the screen? Okay. Go ahead, Ru.
So I'm Ruben and this is Liz with Abyss. We're doing several experiments. The first one is we're going to try to see if they will move a ball. We have the spirit box running. We have the REM pod over here. So
We also have a cat ball on the table, so if anybody touches the table, it will.
it will go off. Okay.
So this ball experiment, though, is like a play on the marble experiment that was presented to us at I guess the last one, maybe the last investigation we did with GGH. We didn't have much success with it, so we found, of course, a ball that has neon colors on it. Very easy to move. Unfortunately, this house leans a little bit, so it's been a little bit of an issue. But we have a black light on it, so we will be able to literally see it do something if we ask it to. So I'm going to start. Martha, are you here with us? If you are, you can say yes through the radio, or you can move this ball. George, Martha's husband, are you here? In the family photos in the hallway, there's a woman named Sylvia. Sylvia, if you are here with us, please move this ball or say yes through the radio. If anybody is here with us, with Sylvia, George, and Martha's daughter-in-law. Ruben, are you catching any words on this?
I caught what seemed like an answer, but it was a couple of questions ago. I wasn't sure, so I didn't say anything.
I do not remember the son's name, who was a banker, but I'm asking you to join us. George and Martha's son, who was a banker. Can you say yes if you are here? Does that sound like yes?
I think it said that's right, but I'm not sure. We'll have to review that. You can also move this ball or get close to this antenna over here, and it'll pick you up.
George and Martha Ball's son, the banker. Did you shoot yourself? Yes to move this ball. Yes to touch that ball. You can say yes.
I'm going to ask again. Did you shoot yourself? Did somebody else shoot you?
Sir, did you know that after you passed away, the truth came out that you were not embezzling money?
I think I heard I had a thought. I can confirm it later.
How does that make you feel? Did you send a letter to your wife before you shot yourself? Okay, let's get rid of all that. There's a voice recorder here, sir, if you are with us, okay? That's Liz moving the recorder. Speak into this. Everyone wants to know what happened to you. Please tell us what happened to you. George and Martha Ball's son, the banker. Did you shoot yourself? For yes, you can talk into this. You can move this ball. You can touch this ball. You can touch this wire. But we want to know, and your family wants to know. Everybody wants to know. If you did not shoot yourself, tell us the name of who did shoot you. If you answered the name, I'm going to ask you, did they shoot you because you found out that somebody else was embezzling money or trying to frame somebody for embezzling money?
Okay, moving on. Is there any person here that can try to move this ball for us? And I'd like to give anyone here the opportunity to say anything that they want to be told or known. Just speak right in here. We will try to hear you.
Or touch one of us. Let us know you're here.
Was there someone earlier with Liz when we were sitting at the top of the staircase?
Before we close this out, I want to let everybody who's watching this know, because I know sometimes the IR makes it look like this has moved, because like if somebody moves or what, the camera adjusts or anything like that, this ball has literally not moved. So it's just for confirmation. But that's the end of this session.
Just press the right button again. I'm not pressing it right or something. My name is Stephen Gladden, and I will be working the pendulum. Any spirits here that have lived in this home or are present here, we would like to hear what you have to say, and we would like to have answers from you. All right, I'm going to swing this, and you can tell me which direction is yes. Whenever I ask you a question and it is a yes answer, you can direct it in the direction that you need to tell us that. So if it's going this way,
It's going in a circle right now.
so that will mean yes.
That way is yes.
And the other way will be no.
Correct.
Okay. Is George present with us here? Assuming yes.
I want to ask a question. Is there more than one spirit here? I know there's at least one, but is there more than one?
Yes.
The rods are crossing also. All right. Is the spirits that here were they born in the house?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, catwalk came on.
Were any of you born in this house? Or lived here, right?
Born. I want to know if they were born here.
Looks like yes.
These uncrossed and then they crossed back. So the rods are saying yes. I need you to straighten up, rods, so we can ask another question.
I'll ask him a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would your parents happen to be George and Martha?
Rods are crossing, so they're saying yes.
Looks like it is. On the pendulum too. Was one of your bedrooms upstairs? Looks like no.
Well, maybe at one time there was a bedroom downstairs. I don't know. This house has had a couple of fires in it over the years. At one time, this house was made into 8 apartments, I believe is what they said, was 8.
Was that during their lifetime?
Some of them, I don't know. I don't know what year it was that it was made into the 8 apartments. No, it was in the 70s. And Jack, their youngest son, I believe it was their youngest son, well, their daughter Mary died in 75. And one of them died in 71, and I think it was Jack who died in 71. But it was weird because at the very end, the rods uncrossed. At first, they were crossed, and I thought, okay, it's saying no, and then yes on the rods, but they uncrossed. And then when I was talking about Jack, they started to cross again.
Do you happen to be named Jack?
And it's crossing. The
Looks
rods
like
are
yes,
crossing.
according to the pendulum.
Yeah.
Is Jack the one that shot himself?
No, Jack was the youngest.
Okay.
It was Bernard that was found shot in the head, and they said they thought he had committed suicide at the quarry where they found him. Okay, Rods, I need you to straighten up. I need you to straighten up. Straighten up, please.
There was something that was on the porch.
What'd she say?
You said there was something on the porch.
Jesse is on the front porch.
Just let you know.
Okay. Cat ball came on again. Okay, Rods, I need you to straighten up. I need you to straighten up, please. I want you to point at Stephen. Okay. The spirit that's here, did you die a traumatic death? crossing.
Looks like yes,
Yeah,
according to the pendulum.
and it's crossing the rods are crossing, so that's yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please straighten up so I can ask another question. Was it in the house that your death was you killed in the house? Immediately they crossed.
Yes.
All right, I need you to straighten up. I have one more question, and then I'm going to stop on this subject. Were you under the age of 20 when you died in the house? I don't think the rods are going to cross. No, they're getting close, but they're not crossing. So this is a no. You have to cross for it to be a yes. You know that, okay?
No, I can't tell what the pendulum's doing. I thought at first it was
What?
yes.
Well, it's going straight back
But now,
and forth,
yeah.
like a no almost. Yeah.
Mhm.
And see, these are crossed, but I need you to straighten up. I need you to straighten up. Okay, Stephen.
Was your death an accident?
Crossing.
According to that, yes.
Yeah, and the rods are crossing also. All right, straighten up. Straighten up. Are you a female? Rods are crossing and saying yes.
I think the pendulum's saying no.
Yeah. We're getting two separate answers. Can you straighten up, please?
Are you a male?
Hold on a minute. I
Okay.
need to get the rods to straighten up. Got to straighten up, rods.
There
They're
they
like,
go.
they're,
Well,
come on, straighten up. Stick out front, straighten up. Need you to straighten up, please. Okay, they're about as straightened up as they're going to be. They're separated anyway. Okay.
were you male in your life?
And they immediately crossed.
Let's say yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we've had, there was one of the kids that was male that died of a heart attack in the house.
I'm
too.
gonna ask if the voice. What was her name?
Who?
She said she heard a voice on the porch while she was working on her garden.
Okay. You talking about the name of the lady that owns the place?
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer. That's her name.
Did you live in the 1960s? According to it, yes.
Yeah, the rods are crossing. At first, I didn't know if they were going to, but they are.
Did you
Gotta straighten up, rods. Thank you.
own this house or did you live here as renting it? Oh, I mean,
Cat ball's going off again.
were you renting here?
Looks like
Rented.
they're wanting to cross, but I
No.
don't think that they are. Oh, they are a little bit at the tips.
Looks like the pendulums are saying no.
Okay, I want the rods to do something for me. I want you to straighten up. I'm going to move my hands, so it's going to be moving because I'm moving my hands. Because I'm kind of gripping a hold of it. Okay, I need you to straighten up. Let's get you out front. Oh, I lifted one
Uh-oh.
up. All right.
Did
I
the
want the
woman-
rods. Hold on. I want the rods to point at the spirit. You both have to point at the same one that's in the room. Can you point at where the spirit's at in the room? I did this earlier, and the one on the right just swung immediately around and pointed straight behind me.
We're at time.
We're at time. Okay. Well, Stephen, you ask one more question, and then we'll be done.
Is the woman who spoke with Jennifer, did you die here? Looks like no.
Oh, it's not crossing either. So the woman that spoke with her did not die here. Alrighty, now we're going to go out and take a break, and all of us are going to go out onto the front porch for a while and let our equipment do its thing, and then we will be back, and we're going to do a couple of different experiments. Okay, well, now we got it right at a little over another hour to do here. When you guys was upstairs, did you feel anything? Did you have any responses that was odd or?
Personally, in the bedroom, I don't like the back bedroom that we did or whatever. I don't think there's really anything going on there. Like, really, I don't. I think at the top of the stairs, they said they had really good results. They said they thought it was better than the last one we did.
As far as Estes?
Yeah, on the Estes, yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. And you didn't see anything? Did any of the cat balls go off when they weren't supposed to
No.
or anything like that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Not that bedroom. I mean, it's like dead.
You
in my
had cold sensations.
Without, again, at the top of the stairs, this whole right side, my arm went cold, and then it spread into my back. The whole thing cold on one side.
That's kind of like what happened to me down here in what we're calling the library room.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, where we just were, where we left from. I was sitting there earlier, and all of a sudden I got cold on my right side, and I was looking around to make sure there was no door open or no breeze, and then it moved in my back, and it made all the hairs on my neck stand up. So
yeah, I put my arm out to try to feel if there was like any type of breeze or anything like that. There wasn't. Now, I mean, we got to keep in mind that heat rises, but there was the attic fan up above. Okay. But I think it would have been heat that would have dropped.
Would have came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we turned the AC off, so there's no ACs
Yeah, no
running.
ACs, everything's off. Fans were off, all that. And it was really just on the one side. So he even touched my arm and he was like, yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, it was cold like up in here.
Yep,
Okay.
this whole side right here, and then it went down my back. And then, like, the other side was cool, but it's also because, like, it's cooler in the house or whatever. But there was a huge feeling difference. I even ended up with, like, chills, you know what I mean? On
Right.
the right-hand side.
Okay. But that was at the top of the stairs.
Yes.
Okay. Now Jesse's wanting to go up in the attic, so that's where you guys are gonna go. You got your phone with you to take pictures, Jesse? Okay. When you're up there, check and make sure the phone, because I put my phone up there and it's recording. And we put a cat ball up there too.
It's braced on a chair.
And if it stopped, go ahead and hit it again and get it recording again while you're up there.
I don't know that it would stop on its own unless your battery died.
Sometimes my phone might do that. I don't know. One time it did, and I don't know what caused it, but it did do it. So, so when the guys are through, where do you want for us to go in? What it is, we're going to send the guys upstairs. They're going to go in the attic and just see if they get a better response, just the guys, or what. And then Liz and I are going to go in, and Ruben's going to record for us and just see if we get any kind of a better response. So,
like I said earlier, I think that we should probably go where we know we got the most results from, and it was at the top of the stairs.
Of the stairs. Is there a plug in there for the electric ball?
Well, the camera's plugged in. Is that a 2 outlet?
Yeah, there's 2 there.
And there's 2 there where we can plug something else in.
Because there was like it looked like a sensor thing there.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to need a chair up there
and I
because I
took that
can't
out.
sit down on the floor.
No, there's that couch up there. Were there any chairs in the bedrooms that we could pull out of one? I didn't pay attention.
I don't remember.
The ballroom there was.
Oh, yes. Okay, so that table, I can pull one of them chairs out.
Okay. All right. Well, then that's where we'll go. When they go in the attic, I'll take the electric ball up and go up the top of the stairs and get it plugged in and get everything set up. So when we get done, we can just come down. I'm getting cooped up.
You're getting cooped up?
I have noticed I'm getting cooped up, and I had a coughing spell that come out of the blue.
Cooped up. Yeah, I gotcha.
I noticed the pendulum was striking the stand. Were you pulling it back further, or was that some kind of anomaly?
I don't know, Ruben. I don't.
It kind
think
of there for a while. It would switch directions real quick. I know that. Yeah.
Well, not to say.
But at the same time, it did seem like it did consistently go in the same direction. So maybe the thing was tilted and it made it go that direction. I don't know.
I do also want to note when I was watching the cameras when that was happening or whatever, it creates a shadow when Ruben moves, like from the IR or whatever. And so there's this picture that was behind you guys. There's like several pictures, they were in formation. The bottom right one looks like maybe it was a bird with his wings out and a tail, and the tail is going choo 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 choo
because of the pendulum going.
The pendulum, the way the shadow cast across it.
Yeah, you may not want to pull that pendulum quite so far up before you let go of it. That may be part of the issue, as far as it hitting the stand. But
I was going to say maybe one of the reasons why it was hitting the stand was maybe it was trying to change directions.
Yeah, well, it was almost like it jerked a couple of times, I thought. And with it sitting on that table and everything, there's no way that,
Right.
it was odd the way that it did. Before we started and Stephen came down, I had the rods and I put them together and things, and I just kind of asked a few questions. And I asked him, I said, is there more than the spirit? It said yes. And then I asked for it to point. And immediately the right one just swung. I mean, it was right around on my shoulder. And I was like, oh, so it's in the back, and it turned around and crossed over and said yes. And it was. And I was like, wow, okay. But okay, well, what we'll do is we'll get rounded, and as soon as Jesse finishes his cigarette here, and the guys that go upstairs, and Liz is going to record for them, and I'll grab the electric ball and go at the top of the stairs,
And wait for him.
so we can get it plugged in.
How much time are we going to be recording up in the attic?
Well, I don't know. We've got probably about an hour to do, don't we, Ruben?
No, but I'm kind of nervous about the smell of gas or something up there.
Well,
so.
if you start getting dizzy or headache or taste something in your mouth, and you guys just need to call it quits and come down and find some other room to go into the ballroom or something, close there.
Or the creepy room?
Yeah, go into the creepy blue room,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're missing a gym there. I
Yeah.
really think we are.
Okay, well then.
Maybe we'll do that.
I was going to say, why don't we do that room?
Experience on top of the stairs already. Why don't we go into the creepy room?
Okay.
Because that place, I know it's
It's
the
just
color.
because the color
It's
and the
so
darkness of it. Okay.
Yes, it feels like it's closing in on you almost, but it is an uneasy feeling, which could also heighten.
Yeah, it's the one
Stay
we want you to sleep in it.
That's what I figured.
It's like a
well,
carnival
you said
room.
The
It's a
ghosts don't
patriot
mess
room.
with you. So.
It's
It is
patriotic.
a patriot room.
The patriotic
They painted it dark navy blue.
carnival
It's got, like,
room.
patriotic stuff all over. It's not fun. It literally feels like it's just closing in on you, and you're just asking for trouble. You lay in there, you're just like, what am I doing?
Trouble.
Jesse, you're like, I'm here. Takes me.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Well, you guys can go ahead and, because Jesse's done, and
So 20 minutes then up there?
yeah,
Okay.
you guys do 20 minutes in the attic, and we'll come down and do about 20 minutes. You and I will, and then we'll finish up in the command center.
We're going to give Jesse your mic,
Okay.
because Ruben's voice will carry into theirs
Okay.
really well.
Yeah. All right.
The voids are up in the attic using an emperor or flare. The clicking is the voice recorder in the background.
Warm up here. Yeah, we have to hear about 75. If there's anyone up here with us, there's a little recorder over here that you could speak into. Is there anything that you need to tell us? Is there anyone up here? Are you able to show yourself?
Is it supposed to appear in red?
Or in cold, like in blue. Trying to find a difference. Whatever it is.
There's shadows that move over there, but I think they're like tree limbs or a reflection from that window.
Yeah. Like right over there.
You know, like right there. When it's dark, you can see. But I think it's just like the trees moving, and you can see the.
And maybe the window, maybe close driving by. Oh, I see it. That's Jesse's shadow.
Think it is.
Probably I can see.
I think it's just a reflection from that window.
Yeah, it's coming from the window off the street light.
I think that was mine.
It looks like a face.
You think it looks like a face with
Yeah.
2 eyes?
Just a quick check. Is everybody good?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Anybody present in here? If there is, make a knocking sound.
Can you make any kind of noise at all?
Not hearing anything.
strangely absence of noise.
Aside from the clicking of that recorder.
If you have anything to say, you can say it in this recorder and it will record your voice and we can hear it later.
Is there anyone up here? Can you try to show yourself in one of Jesse's pictures?
That's just the wind. Yeah, I start hearing it over there. Then it's the wind.
He was whispering.
What does that thing do? Is it just seeing different, like cold and warm? And
Yeah, like you see how Jesse is red,
mm-hmm.
and it can tell you he's about 88 degrees. Then over here, it shows you all the different temperature variations, like the heat image.
So it's all around 80, minimum 70, 68.
Yeah, so the maximum picking up is 85 right now. And the minimum that's picking up is 67. So if you go over here, see how Liz is 91 degrees. If you point up at the roof, maximum is 75. So we're just looking for heat signatures, anything that looks maybe where somebody put their hand or their foot or something. I'm just not getting anything. No.
Is that somebody?
That's you.
Oh, what am I? 97?
Yep.
think you can kind of see where my hat is, can you?
Yeah.
If there's anybody here, please communicate in some way or some form.
You can feel free to touch me. Let me know you're here.
Mic off.
I don't feel like we're getting anything up here.
That was my stomach. I think this looks like a pretty cool place to be. It would be a pretty cool room.
I think it has more potential to be a good room. It ain't quite there yet.
Did anybody live up here? Was this just storage?
That was me standing up.
Oh, I'm not doing anything.
That's right, you call
If there is anybody here, there is a recorder here that will capture your voice. So if you have anything to say, just say it right here, and we can hear what you have to say later.
Ruben walking around.
Was that you, Ruben?
That was a floorboard under me. Are we leaving this recorder up here? We're gonna be leaving here in a moment. Are we leaving? Have something wrong to say? Please speak into that recorder. We're gonna be leaving here in a moment. Are we leaving? Have something wrong to say? Please speak into that recorder. We're gonna be leaving here in a moment. Are we leaving? Have something wrong to say? Please speak into that recorder. We're gonna be leaving here in a moment. Are we leaving? Have something wrong to say? Please speak into that recorder. We're gonna be leaving here in a moment. Are we leaving? Have something wrong to say? Please speak into that recorder. We're gonna be leaving here in a moment. Are we leaving? Have something wrong to say? Please speak into that recorder. We're gonna be leaving here in a moment. Are we leaving? Have something wrong to say? Please speak into that recorder. We're gonna be leaving here in a moment. Are we leaving? Have something wrong to say? Please speak into that recorder. We're gonna be leaving here in a moment. Are we leaving? Have something wrong to say? Please speak into that recorder. We're gonna be leaving here in a moment. Are we leaving? Have something wrong to say? Please speak into that recorder. We're gonna be leaving here in a moment. Are we leaving? Have something wrong to say? Please speak into that
Nope.
recorder.
You've been good until now, and now you're going all over the place. Nope. You've been good until now, and now you're just straight going all over the place. Nope. You've been good until now. This is Liz and Vicky, and we're going to do a little bit of an experiment here with this is Liz and Vicky. An app. We're going to just check this app out, see what we think of it. We've never used it before. And we've got a cat ball, and we've got an electroplasma ball going, and we're going to use it, and I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to ask here in a little bit, I'll ask 5 questions, and then we'll unplug the ball and ask the same 5 questions and see if the ball has any effect in getting the answer. All right. First of all, on the app, is the app hearing me?
Sally said I do.
I heard something, but I'm not positive what I heard. Can you say it again, please? Okay. All right.
Don't laugh. Did he say don't laugh?
That's what I think he said, yes. Okay.
Did he just say?
I think so. I don't know. All right. Well, okay, Rods, I'm going to ask a question. I want you to answer yes or no. If there's any spirits here, you can go over and touch. Liz, you want to touch that ball and let people see what it does? It's touch, but you can feel on your fingertips the electric from it. And you can get energy from it. So you can communicate with us. We have a voice recorder laying here. It's got the little red light on. You speak into it. We can hear you. And we can help you maybe. Yes, something. Okay. But well, it's been saying a lot of something, but I can't make out what it's saying.
I'm hearing different language.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, you too. I think it said thank you, you too. Okay.
Oh, I thought it said I see you too.
Thirsty.
I see?
I have no idea. I don't want to guess.
It's so
Almondther,
it's
whatever
so
that is. Yeah.
electronic-y that it's hard to make out.
To
There's
make out exactly
letters.
what. Yep. Okay.
Look at
I
me.
am.
I am. It's like they're having a
I
whole
thought it said I'm
conversation.
here. What I thought it said.
It's a false screen.
It's a false screen. I'm not sure what that meant, but
System has.
We'd like to point out also, we were recently in an interview and we were asked specifically, how do we feel about apps?
well, and I'm not really in favor of them. I'm not. There's several of them I have used, and I wasn't happy with them. I just didn't feel that they were right.
They
But
can be
I'm
written,
willing.
programmed.
Yes, they could be programmed in. But I'm willing to experiment with them, try them out. It doesn't hurt. Something like that does not hurt. So I am going to ask the first of the 5 questions.
You want me to hold the paper for you?
Well, I've got my light where I can see it.
Your bars are.
Is there more than one spirit in this room with us? Here, let me get a better grip on this. We need to turn around and straighten up and answer. Is there more than one spirit in this room? If the answer is yes, you cross over. That is how you do it. Yeah, do it just like that if you want to cross over. If the answer is yes. Okay, there's more than one spirit in the room. Do you feel that us coming in here that we treated you with respect? That we haven't done anything to offend you, that we've treated you with respect? Oh, that was an automatic yes on the rods. Well, thank you, because that's one of the most important things to us as a group, that we treat the spirits with respect. We would like to be treated with respect, and so we treat you like we would like to be treated. Do you like the way and the different pieces of equipment we have that we've brought and shown you? You're going to have to straighten up. I can't ask questions which do not. It's like they're magnetized all of a sudden. Turn around. Okay. Do you like the different pieces of equipment and the things we've brought in and showed you different ways you could communicate? You can touch that clear round ball and it'll light up. Do you like stuff like that? Maybe I made him mad when I separated it. Are you still here? Wow. I don't feel anything all of a sudden. The left one's moving a little, but
Many countries.
I am not making out half of what's being said.
That one sounds.
I'm not sure what that was.
I could have sworn she said, "Me touch it," but that doesn't sound.
Me
I'm touching it.
countryman. Me countryman, it sounded like. Or will. Possibly is what it said. Are you still here? If you're here, you need to cross so I know that you're still here. It was weird. It felt like they were okay, here we go. He's moving now. It felt magnetized or something. Okay, I need you to straighten up. I need you to straighten up so I can ask another question. First, I've got to see it here. Okay, I'm going to ask the question now. Would you like us to come back and do this again and talk with you some more? Well, since you're not saying yes, I hope we haven't offended you. That's not our intentions at all. But I do appreciate your honesty.
If you are using this device to speak, can you please speak in English to us?
Back around and straighten up. Can you speak English through this device to us? Keeps wanting to point that way. The right one does. Can you please straighten up? And I'll ask him one more question.
Oh, I'm out of usage.
Oh, okay.
I guess you're limited.
It's just so long. Well, never know until you use it. We've got our answers on 5 questions. So I'm going to do something different, a little different. Now, for the record, these rods, my grandfather was a water witch, and he would always, when he'd go look for water on people's property, he would, if they had a willow tree, he would take a willow branch and make one. But if it didn't have a willow tree, he took 2 pop bottles and coat hangers, and he found water for them on their property, and he always found at least 2 spots for them. But I decided I was going to make mine. I made this set in 2007. This is incense stick containers. And I took the lids and I drilled holes in the center of them. And I don't know if you can see. Ruben, can you see down in there? Okay, there is a rubber washer in the bottom. And when I stick the rod through this hole, I stick it down into the center of that washer, and that way it can't slip around. And if you feel that there's no way that I can manipulate the rods without you guys being able to see it, my hands literally move. Now, there's been times I usually touch the rods, put my energy into the rods before I put it together and use them. I did it earlier tonight when we were downstairs, so I didn't bother doing it when I was in here. But it, I don't know there's no way of, now if I have a leg cramp or something, I will say, hey, my legs jumped or whatever. But there's no way that I can manipulate the rods with them being this way. Now, we did the investigation for Global Ghost Hunt in Windyville, and things was so chaotic at one point that I put the rods in, and you could literally hear them jump back out. And Liz was running the camera, and she could hear it. She could see them bounce and jump out, because they were just the feeling there was so much emotion and chaos going on at the moment. But I'm going to take one rod, and
Door open downstairs.
a door open.
Jesse's coming in.
Oh, okay. Either that or he's going into the kitchen. Got to open it up and make sure that I get it in there. It's quicker. Well, so much for that app, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they had the other option, but you just got to
Right.
pay for it, which might lend some legitimacy to it that you have to pay for
Right.
it. But then again, you may also be paying for a pre-programmed app
Yeah, right.
and losing your money. You're a sucker twice.
All right, I want you to move from side to side real hard. If this is a yes, is there a spirit here with us tonight in this room right now? I'm looking at the shadow on the wall because I can see the end of it better.
Yeah, they're swaying a bit.
It's moving, but it's not moving real hard. You're going to have to move harder than that if it's a yes. Okay. Since I'm using just one rod, if there is a spirit in the room, would you please point to that spirit, where the spirit is at?
The plasma ball?
Are you pointing at the plasma ball? Is it standing by the plasma ball? That's what it's pointing at. Okay, spirit that's standing by the plasma ball, would you please step over further? There we go. A little further, please. Step further. Step over by the dresser. Would you please step over by the dresser?
The bureau? Is that what it's called back in the day?
Yeah. Okay, if you don't want to, will you move all the way over by the guy holding the camera that's got the red light on it? His name is Ruben. He won't hurt you. Can you please step over by him? And Rod, would you please follow him if it does? Well, how about stepping behind me and the Rod following you? Like you did downstairs earlier. Well, like a spirit did downstairs. I don't know for a fact that it was you. Well, can you point to Liz? You know where Liz is. Will you point to Liz? She was talking earlier. Can you swing and point to her?
Are you still in here?
Swing back and forth if you want me to pull the other rod out and use it also with you. Are you hearing snoring?
Who's snoring?
I'm,
fell asleep in the hallway behind
who did?
somebody.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sure.
at least I'm not hearing things. Okay, that I'm good. I'm glad with that. Okay, now I've got this spinning or moving. I don't know if I moved my leg and not realized it or not.
Well, we were kind of laughing and
Yeah. Move back and forth if you want me to get the other rod and use it too with you.
okay.
You
We
hear?
cannot have that.
Sounds like Maddie.
Hey. Wake him up.
Or,
It's a demon. It's a demon.
I know it's late, buddy. It's okay.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put this in. Liz, do you want to use it? See if you get any different out of them. Unplug the ball. And I'll let you ask.
40 seconds of what?
Left. Fine.
Okay, well, you got 40 seconds to ask these 5 questions then. Whoop. Whoop.
At least I didn't sit on it. That's
Yeah.
all I almost did.
Okay, questions.
Okay, straighten up.
Ruben, can you see the rods okay?
Yeah.
They're definitely not straightening up.
Gotta
Right.
straighten up.
We're
Just
getting
gonna
there.
act up.
Okay.
All right. Is there more than one spirit with us here tonight in the room?
I think my arm just twitched a little bit. Or the rod's really pulled and I didn't notice it. That felt like my hand tipped.
They are crossed. That matters.
Just a little, though. They didn't go way in there. You've got to cross really good if it's a yes. Come on, cross a little further for me if it's a yes.
Close my hand again.
Okay, it's pretty cross there. The answer was yes earlier with the ball on also.
I'm going to put my feet a little flatter.
Okay, get yourself repositioned. As long as they're even when you're holding them the same height and stuff. You're going to have to straighten up so we can ask these questions. Straightened up, I can't tell. Nope.
Hold on. I'm getting my legs angled downward. Bad, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
there we go.
All right. The next question is, do you feel that we have treated you with respect here today and tonight? Well, one went all the way over. Can the right one that's sticking straight out, can it move a little over towards the other one, please? Because that would be crossing as far as I'm concerned. The other one's moved all the way over. Okay, thank you. And it was yes the second or the first time with the ball going. Okay, the third question, you need to straighten up. I'm trying to see the ends. I can't see.
They're straight now.
Okay. Do you like the way that we have shown you the different things that in different ways that you can communicate with us through the voice recorders and through the cat ball with the lights up and through the rods here tonight. Do you like that?
They actually open more.
I don't even see the left one. Yeah, he's moved
It's
way
pointed
up.
toward the corner.
Yeah. Well, the last time it was yes. So this time the answer is different.
Last time I thought it said no too.
No, but
It was-
it's
it
only
was
said
yes.
no to 4.
Okay. Well, they need to straighten up.
I need you to straighten up so we can ask the last 2 questions.
A hand jerk just now.
Oh,
Okay, back up.
all right. Would you like for us to come back? Definitely no movement. I don't see any movement. Do you see movement, Liz?
Mm-mm.
Well, the left one's moving maybe a little.
The right one's doing more movement. No, it just stopped. Oh, they're starting to cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
If
crossing.
it's a yes, you need to cross further. Okay. All right. Thank you. Now that was a no last time.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, straighten up. I need you to straighten up for one last question. I need you to straighten up. You got to separate from each other and straighten up. If you do that, I can ask the question and then we can go downstairs and do something a little different. I need you to straighten up, please. Would you please straighten up a little more? Okay, thank you. This is our last question. Are there spirits here that are not of the Ball family? You need to cross over better if the answer is yes. I know they're slower now that the electric ball isn't on.
Mm-hmm. But they're across.
Yeah, they're crossing. And this was a yes the last time. The only one we got a no on was number 4. And this time it was a yes. So, and we got a no, what was it on number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, now we're going to go downstairs and I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to tell you a story about something that happened to us at an investigation not too long ago. And we're going to try doing it tonight and just see if it happens. But we're going to take you down to our command center, which is probably a little bit messy, but still going to take you down there. And
Oh my
we'll do
goodness.
some talking
Sorry.
and I can tell you what happened at an investigation we did. Alrighty. Well, we came downstairs. We set the kitchen up as our command center. We were going to put it outside under the canopy, but it was so windy. And so we decided to bring it in here. This is our equipment table. A lot of the equipment is out, not on here. But the reason we're doing this is, it was about 6 months ago. I don't think it's been that long. Something around there. We were doing an investigation, and we was in a shop building, and we had been having some activity. And as I was closing up, I asked if it got lonely. I was working the rods, and it said yes, it got lonely out there, and it liked us being there. And so we was getting ready to leave, and he had another smaller shop where we were sitting, and we had command center in there. And so I just told him, I said, well, come on with us. You come on into the shop, and, while we're putting stuff up. And we got out there, and like here, we had the lights on, and we was kind of going through stuff. And we're going to stay the night here tonight, so we're not going to be packing up. But the REM pod was going off, the K2 would go off, and I would ask if it was him that come from the shop, and yeah, he'd come on. And it was just on response, right on that. The minute I'd ask the question, it would respond. And it wasn't just one, it was both. So we got a recorder and stuff, and we're just seeing if we get any response tonight while we're here. So if there's any spirits here that would like to talk to us, you can please touch the REM pod. All you got to do is that, see? Or the K2. Is the K2 on this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's on, but
It doesn't respond to that, baby.
oh, I don't know what it
Hit the
responds to.
radio.
Okay.
Here, hang on.
See it? Okay. Alrighty. Now it's really working. There we go. But you can do any of these things, and we've got a voice recorder going, and he's recording you audio or video wise, and we've got audio on it.
I think what's most important here is that we're not here to bother you or anything like that. We are done asking you questions or whatever, and we're just inviting you to just sit with us for a little bit. Maybe you just want to relax and not be lonely.
Right.
Like
Watch
she said.
me eat. This is one of the pluses when we're all together and we're going to stay the night. This is called Steve Cheese.
Steve Cheese.
Yes. And it's a dip. It's cheese dip and hamburger meat and rotel. It's
It's
good.
yummy.
If
Yes.
you'd like some, take some off her plate.
Yeah.
She'll share.
But you don't get any of this chip. Okay.
Mhm.
So here's some of the equipment we used.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 flares, we have some recorders, the rods, of course, and other different devices that we tried just to try to keep it up, keep it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is a huge IR light that provides quite a bit of light for us. Of course, the REM pod and the K2.
Didn't you build this yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's a motorcycle battery. I ordered it. I know.
And then we've got our camera system over here, basically set up on the computer, and those ones you zoom in on the camera.
Zoom in on what?
Just double click the camera. And so we monitor the cameras, but the minute they come up, they're recording. And
You're killing me, Smalls.
So we keep track. This is how, if we're recording and you hear one of us come across the radio and say something, that's why, because we're actually watching and we can listen in. everything like that. Time it. We do this a lot on, not just on Global Ghost Hunt.
On all of our
On all of them.
investigations.
We have little tiny cameras that are static. And we sometimes leave them running for 24 hours.
She choked on a chip.
Yep.
That's gracious.
I had been doing a lot of coughing tonight, so.
Martha, we know this used to be your place. You can just sit down here and tell us, how much better your food is than ours.
Mine.
The recorder just shut down. Say goodbye. Shut off.
Maybe the battery died. It's been going for a couple hours.
Is that the one that was buzzing?
This is
No, this is the one
Andreas,
of Andrea's, the new ones. So when we were up in the attic, one of the recorders was clicking. Click, 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 click. It's got a full battery on it.
Yep.
And nothing was on the screen. So we brought it down, and this clicking is coming from the batteries.
Yeah, I took the batteries out of it because it sounded like it was going to explode.
Yep. She put the batteries back in, and suddenly
Didn't
there was
even
like a
turn it
rapid.
on.
It was like a yeah. No, didn't turn it on. Just put the batteries in. It's like a rapid fire clicking, and then it slowed back down to the click, 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 click that it was going earlier.
Yep.
So
We'll have to see if there's anything on that one.
Yep. But there's a lot of history to this house. The thing is, the man that built this house, his name was George Ball. He was from Iowa. He came down here really, really, pretty much dirt poor. And literally, he had no shoes on his feet, they said, when he came to town. And he started working in the mines. He realized to make good money, he had to learn how to manage. And he ended up owning several mines here. But he was a very humble man, very nice. And the house has had several deaths and tragedies and things. But hopefully we've caught some of this stuff on camera tonight. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's a little different than ones that we have done in the past. But
Martha, so if you are here and you like us talking about your husband, touch this.
well, I don't see any response tonight.
No.
I was hoping we would. The green light's on, but I think it's on all the time.
It's
isn't it?
always on. Yeah.
But I hope you guys enjoyed the show, what we've done, and the experiments. And,
Some of them were repeat, but it's because we want to try it.
Yeah.
See if we can get the same responses.
right.
All right, say goodbye, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.